Right, welcome to the last of the craft sessions with me. I hope you've enjoyed the ones previously. And the final one, obviously, if we've looked at water, and we've looked at fire, and we've looked at earth, we're now going to look at the final element, which is wind. And of course, we can't see the wind, but we can see the effects of the wind. So we're going to make ourselves a little windmill. In your pack, you will find some card. You'll find the template for your windmill. And again, you can use your own felt tips or the Sharpie pens that we provide. And you'll also find one of these things, which is called a split pin, and which are always awkward to split if you have no nails. So if you can't do it, go and find someone with nails to do it for you. There you go. So they're called split pins because it's in two halves and it actually splits into halves. Then you can pull it together, push it through a hole, and then pull it back and it will hold fast on the paper. So the first thing that we need to do is to colour in our windmill. And you can choose whatever colours you like. You can make it as bright and cheerful as you like. If you want to go traditional woods colours, you can. Totally up to you what you want to do. Now I'm going to leave some of my parts white just to save time so you're not sitting watching me just colouring in for a while. But I'm going to colour in a few bits so you get the idea of what it could look like. So I've got purple for the top of the roof, like that. And I think I'm going to go for a red door. It does help if you have a piece of card or something underneath the paper if you're using Sharpies, so it prevents it from bleeding through too much onto the paper. And I think I'll do the outside bits, and then I'll leave the inside bit, middle bit on the tower white. Just to save time more than anything else. But you can colour it all in according to whatever colour you like. Yes, and again, wind, we can refer to it in Genesis when the wind the air passed over the surface of the earth, and also Pentecost again, because it sounded like strong winds passing over. So there's a few references to the wind in the Bible. I'm just doing it very rough and ready. You can take as much time as you like and make it as pretty as you like. But I'm just going to do it a bit rough and ready so you get the idea. And I'm going to do my blades in yellow. But as you can see on this one, I actually coloured the blades in different colours. But for this one, I'm just going to be very quick. Okay, so using a pair of scissors, and be careful, especially if they're sharp, that you cut the paper and not yourself. I'm going to cut out, and again, I'm going to be very quick and rough and ready with this, but you can take time and make sure that there's no white showing. So that's the tower of the windmill done. I'm now going to do the blades. And these are the bits that will turn in the wind. And then in a windmill, they will turn the stones to grind the corn so that we can have bread. So, whoops, as I say, been too quick and cutting bits off I shouldn't, but hey-ho. If you ever want to go to a windmill that's local, there's one in Bursledon, and it opens up for the public to go and have a look. And a lot of mills you can actually buy flour from and make your own cakes and bread from the flour that they provide you with. Okay, so I have the base and I have my sails. So what I now need to do is do the stand for the windmill to stand on. And literally all I did for that was the piece of card in your craft box, I cut it in half. I don't need that half. and then I rolled it over into a tube and stuck it with sellotape at the back. You could always use a toilet roll holder if you want to. If you want to make more of these, the tubes from toilet rolls make fantastic windmill bases, but we're not allowed to give those out because of health and safety, so you've got to make your own, I'm afraid. Now this is the tricky bit, and you may need some help with this bit, because the split pins have to go through the sails, and there's a little dot right in the centre of all the sails, and your pin has to go through there, trying not to rip the sails too much. And then on your tower, there's a little dot. So the pin has to go through that on your tower. And again, be careful. Now I found that the cardboard is a bit of a stiff substance for it to go through. So I just poke a hole through with the scissors and put the pin through the hole I've made. You could use a needle or a pin. And then you just fold the sides down inside, and there you have a windmill. And as long as you haven't done the pin up too tight, the sails go around. So that's to remind us that God uses all four elements for us to learn about him and be in touch with him.